Okay, welcome back. We're going to move on with this. So you may have noticed that in my other one, I actually made a nice little pointy end to it. I'm not going to worry about changing that, but if I wanted to change it, I could do it actually quite easily because I can change the sketch that I did originally. You can see it's now tied or made unvisible or invisible, and I've got the extrude here. So if I go back into that sketch, if I double click and go back into it and go onto the front view, I can actually edit this sketch straight away. And I can edit that to make it a little bit better. So I can pick up this point or a couple of points and I should be able to move them around. Okay, they might be constrained. So what I'm going to do is, let's just move over this way. We'll do it on both sides, is I'm going to draw some extra lines in and then I'm going to delete or cut some lines out. So I'm going to make that a nice long line there. That goes over, and I can delete this line. I'm not going to need that anymore, so I'm going to cut that one out. Okay, and then on the other side, I can do the same sort of thing. Now, if I wanted to, I could measure it out, couldn't I, to do that? But what I can do is, I think it's easiest if I just draw this line out, probably shorter there, and then we can cut that one away as well. So I'm just going to cut that. Now, what happens when I come out of this sketch is it will automatically turn that into the 3D version. So you can see I've now got my two sides down, different sizes. So you might want to put some dimensions on there so that you can get them the exact size, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm going to move on a little bit. Okay, now this looks brilliant, doesn't it? But what I want to do is I would like it to get narrower in the middle and wider at the outside. So I'm going to draw another sketch on this profile, and I'm going to work out how I can cut that away. So I'm going to draw a shape or two on a sketch. So I've gone to the top view, which is fine. Let's go to sketch. Let's click top. So it's on the top plane. So you can see I'm looking down and that's exactly what I want. So I'll show you just from a different angle so you can see. So there's my sketch. Where it is. Okay, and I'm going to draw my lines in now. So in a similar way to how I did before, I suppose. In fact, let's do it slightly differently. I'm going to go from this middle marker that I've got here, this middle line, and I'm going to pull that out as a straight line instead of a curved line. I think I'll go straight to in the middle and then out to the side like that. And maybe I could curve it afterwards, but I'm going to just keep it like that. I think maybe like that. That'd be great. So I've decided what I'm going to do with my design, and I'm going to close that shape up. Okay, so it's closed, and then I'm going to press escape. Now, what I'm going to do is the same as last time. I'm going to select all of these items, this time using a marquee so that they're all selected, and I'm going to mirror it. I'm mirroring it over this center line. You can see why using the center of the sketch is so important for this, because it makes it so much easier to do these things. And then I am going to cut away that shape in the middle. So we don't need those lines, so that we've just got a solid shape there. So that should be closed up and solid. Now, in the same way as I did before, I should hopefully, let's just put a midway line in, and I'm just going to press escape, and I'm going to select that, and I'm going to convert that to a construction line just to make sure. Let's just do that again, double clicked accidentally. And then again, I can marquee this all out, and using that line, I can mirror it again. So I can just mirror that shape over, do it the smart way. Okay, and now I've got my two shapes marked out. That's the area I want to take out. So I've got this nice narrow path in the middle. It'll be a little bit scary to walk over, I would think, but it'll do for this demo. And I'm happy with that. That's where I'm going with my sketch. So I'm going to click OK. So you can see here my drawing. Okay, there it is, the two shapes that are underneath. And I'm going to extrude them again. Just a very simple extrusion. Now, when I start doing that, and I click on these two shapes, you can see that it's going to pull them up. I need to just select the one over the other side. So let's go around the other side and look at that. So it's doing the same on both. Now it's going to build up. It's going to build up a solid material, but that's not actually what I want this time. So if I go to intersect, hopefully it will remove the material that we don't want. Okay, let's just have a look at that. So hopefully it will remove it. So if I do intersect, remove is what I want. That's right, remove is what I want, not intersect. But you can see the effect that it has on the image. So you can see I'm still making a couple of mistakes myself, but I'm working it out as I go. So we want to remove it from there. So it's still the same part. and we're just going to remove it, and we click yes. That's done. So now I've got a very different shape using two extrusions. I've got a narrowing bridge in the middle, which was actually much easier to make using that technique than it might have been otherwise. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at, can I make some kind of a rail to go along here, some kind of a shape or rail to go along here. So we're going to do that in a moment. I'm going to stop there and we'll move on to the next one in a second.